Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Dr. Fauzan.
Good morning.
Welcome to the workshop of different tools for online teaching. My name is Sylvia Faustin. I will be the moderator here, and it's my honor to be a moderator for this workshop. First of all, let me introduce you to our speaker from Universiti Teknologi Malaysia briefly. He is Dr. Fauzan. He graduated with a Ph.D. degree in engineering from University of Warwick, United Kingdom. He got his Master of Science in Advanced Electronic Engineering from University of Warwick, UK. Right now, he is a senior lecturer in Universiti Teknologi Malaysia. He is active in teaching and learning initiative in UTM. He is a master trainer in a few teaching methods such as PDIO, peer instruction, active learning in the New Academia Learning Initiative UTM. He also developed tools for teaching and learning, including web-based clicker system and online-based peer assessment system. Okay, without further ado, everyone, please give a warm welcome to Dr. Fauzan. Dr. Fauzan, the time is yours.
Okay, thank you very much, Sylvia. Are we waiting for some other participants, Sylvia, or can we start now?
The participants already 53, so I think we can start now, Dr. Fauzan.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. It's an honor to be invited to give a talk to all of you today. I do understand that most of you are chemistry teacher that is have some relation with UNJ somehow. So I will share my screen before we start, which is this one. Okay, can everybody see my screen? Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think probably let me first introduce a little bit about how I am involved in this, because you probably have heard from Sylvia that my background is actually electronics engineering. Basically, I am still a teacher in the university. I'm a lecturer that is doing teaching. So basically, part of my work is to teach. And I am very interested in new teaching methods, new development of tools of teaching, especially using technology. So I'm very interested in teaching with technology. So I have experience with a lot of different tools. I have developed some tools, and I have shared a lot of some videos and a lot of seminar in how to teach using tools online, and how to use it in active learning in class. So we will try and do a lot of activity today. We will do a lot of active interaction between us. And as you know, you have received an email and also WhatsApp that have a link of tools that we will use today. And those are specific tools that you will use for the class today. So I would like everyone to be engaged in the class, and please do respond when we are doing activities. We will do also one breakout room. This is a big group, around 60 to 70 maybe, but we will do around 10 group. We hope it will probably take some time to do this, but I hope we can organize this so that it becomes a learning experience for all of you. You also will be able to do this if you are doing online class. You can do breakout rooms such as the one that we're going to do today. All the things that I will share with you are actually, I will share using the method of experiencing. So you will experience a lot of this, but I will not share a lot of how you can register or how to sign up, and maybe how to use it. We will not discuss a lot on that part, because I think it's quite easy to use a lot of these things. But if you have any question on how to use, how to get account, then you can ask in the chat room. That will be much easier. I will keep checking the chat room to see if there are anything new. So just as a reminder, you need to fill in a form that is already in the chat room. This is for your attendance. And for the class today, I will use mainly English as the language of instruction. But if you want to ask question, you may ask in Bahasa Indonesia. I might understand. Let's see. If I don't understand, I will ask someone. But I probably will respond in English as well, so that we can have a good communication link between us. Okay, without further ado, let us dive into the session today with my first slide. Okay. Okay, can you see this slide? This is a synopsis of the class today. Maybe I would like to have some of you to comment on the chat. What do you think is wrong with this slide? This module challenge conventional lecture-based teaching and learning method by giving more emphasis on pedagogy and student-centered learning. Creativity and innovation are key area for future-ready educators. Okay, what do you think is wrong with this slide? I would like to get some response. Maybe in chat is okay. Maybe someone wants to give your comment, or what do you think is wrong with the slide that I'm showing you right now? Everyone can see the slide, right?
Yes, we can
Okay.
see.
Okay. Please do. What do you think is wrong with this slide? Okay, thank you, Octavia. Looks messy. Okay, I do agree. Looks messy. The letters are quite small. Thank you. The font is too small. Okay, good. Anything else? What about the picture?
Blurry. The picture is blurry.
Yeah, the picture is blurry. Yeah, that's true. And there are a lot of space around here, right? So all too often we usually see this in classes and in lectures and during presentations. And the lecturer always reads the slides to give you the information, although it's like the student cannot read slides. Although the student can also read the slides, but the lecturer don't need to read the slide again. So as you can see, there's a lot of things wrong with this slide. And this is kind of the problem statement or what I want to emphasize in this class. So we don't want to be reading slide. We want the student who is doing the learning. And we want to use real tools that will be able to engage the student, instead of the student sitting there reading a very long slide with very difficult to read color and small font. Very messy slide. So we want to try and change all this. I'm going to share quite a lot of tools, but probably I won't have a lot of time to share all of them. I will give a link to most of these tools at the end of this slide. I think we can share this slide also to the rest of you once you are once we are finished with the class. Okay, so mainly what I'm going to be talking about today is blended learning. Any one of you are familiar with blended learning? You can respond, or you can write in the chat room. Blended learning. I think probably most of you have heard of blended learning before. Let me just clarify what we are doing today. So basically, I will not read the slide, but basically blended learning is learning that involves a blend of a few things. One is face-to-face, like we are having now, is called face-to-face. Even if it is online, it's still face-to-face, my face to your face. And that is face-to-face. We can blend this with online learning, where students will go online, look at a video, they can read some materials, they can look at animation, and they can listen to certain audio, and these are online learning. So they are doing online learning. So when we blend this together, we call it blended learning, because we want to ensure that the student have a lot of different type of learning that will get them the same outcome. So as you can see here, some of the example is face-to-face and distance learning. Also we call online blended learning. Some call combining computer with traditional teaching. That is also called blended learning. So today we are going to experience all these blended learnings using different tools. And we will start with the first tools that I have in mind. Oh, sorry. Let me just show you some of the tools that we will use today. We will use a little bit of Kahoot, Jamboard, a little bit of Kaggle, Team Explore, Mentimeter, Padlet, and also my peer evaluation. I will explain to you what all these are later in the next few minutes, and we will actually experience how you will use this. And for some of them, I will teach you how you can, as an instructor, because I know all of you are teachers, how you can use this as your tools. Okay, I would like everyone to now go into the system teamexplore.com/clickme. The link is in WhatsApp. Let me also share the link here. Let me copy this. Hold on, please don't log in yet. I want to show you how to make the. Okay, I will probably show you here. Okay, I make one. Oh, okay. I think some of you have already entered. So this is the page. Can you see this Click Me dashboard? Can everyone see the Click Me dashboard? Okay, if you let me change a little bit of this slide because I got the name wrong. I think this is like that. Okay. So you want to log in with your name, your nickname, and the class ID is CHEMAL. So as you can see here on the screen, I have 10 of you already registered in the system. So if you are having any issues, please share in the chat room what are the issues you are having. I would like hopefully all 64. Now we have 64 participants, maybe around 60 participants. I'm expecting to have most of you before we start the session. So if you are having any issues, I think we'll try to solve that before we start. Okay, what you need to do now is actually just go to your phone or another browser. You just type teamexplore.com/clickme and you put your nickname and put CHEMAL as the class ID. I will show you here as well. So once you click the link, teamexplore.com/clickme, you will get a screen. You will use this on your phone. You will use this on your phone. Or on your tablet is okay. Both are okay. So I'll put my name here. The class ID is CHEMAL. So I will join this class. You just click join class. Okay, you put your name, you put the class ID, then you click join class. if you are interested to become instructor, just like how I'm doing it, you just click this one. But don't click that. Click join class. Click join class. So you will get this screen. So this screen is correct. It is now waiting for me to give the question. The question is not ready yet, so it is still showing you this, so that it's waiting for the question to be asked. But I will wait until this number gets to 50, then we will probably start. Anybody that have any issues, please go to the chat room and write down what is your issue so that we can solve the issue. Mario, Aditya, are you having some issues? So while the others are logging in, I will show you how you can use this system. So as you can see on the screen, if you want to be instructor or you want to use this in your own class, you want to make a class and you want the participant to send you some information. So this is called class response system or audience response system. So the class response system is actually, we try to get response from everyone that is joining the class so that we know the overall understanding of the class. Do you remember in the first few slides, I have asked you a few questions, and you can see from the chat that only 3% or 4% answer that question. And this is a very common, even in normal class. When you ask some question, only the top 3 students or the best student in the class will raise their hand and say, okay, this is the answer. And that is all too common that happens during the class. Ilmi Zakia is having some issues, but let me type this for you here, and you can click. You can copy this and click on the and see if it still works. Coming back to what I have just said, when I ask question or when any teacher asks question, not everyone will answer the question, and sometimes the student don't want to share or don't want to give the answer because they don't need to. So this enforce them to give the answer, and we can get the overall understanding of the class instead of just 1 or 2% in the class. So that is the reason we want to use audience response system. This is only an example to use Click Me, but you can use any other tools that I will also share. Okay, I think we have already have 45 participants in. I will give a brief outline of what's going to happen here. So as you can see on the slide, you can actually export the discussion that you are having. You can click export to export, and start here. You can click start to start the objective question, and you can click this button here to select a one word or one line question. So I think some of you are familiar with this, but we will use this, or we will try this again. I have a few more questions that is available today. So I think let's start with the first question. I will ask one word or one line question. When I click one word or one line, you can see that there is a screen that shows you a time. And this is the time that the student have to answer the question. And you can pause this time, you can add some second to this time, you can reduce the time, you can add more time. But for now, I will just pause this and I will ask the question. The question is this. Okay, this is weird question, but it's very interesting to see the response from all of you. Okay. Okay, the question is this. It is 3 a.m. in the morning. There are nobody around. It is as silent as the grave. You are driving through an old town, reaching a junction with a traffic light. Before you could pass the junction, the traffic light turned from green to red. You are now driving just close to the traffic light. There are no one around, no police, no camera, no one hiding in the bush. It's very silent. You cannot hear anything that night. So the question is, would you pass through the red light? Would you pass through the red light?
No.
No, you can answer on the screen. You have the screen, right? You have the screen?
Yes.
Okay, you can click on there. Sorry. I give you the wrong screen. Okay, now you have the right screen. Now you have the right screen. A is yes, B is no. So you can click the button, yes or no. On this, your screen should show like this now. Your screen, your screen should show like this. A, B, C, D, E, F. So you can just click the button here for me to get the response. So I'll just give you another 30 seconds to answer this. Or maybe a little bit more for those who have not so good internet. You can write down your answer, A or B. Will you pass through the red light? Yes, you will, because no one is around. Or no. You don't have to answer to me now. Answer in the screen. We will do some discussion after that.
I don't have the screen.
Who is it?
Adinda, sir.
Okay, Adinda. Did you click the link, Adinda? Or do you have? Okay, let me add some time to this. Maybe your screen, did your screen show a turning circle?
No.
What is your screen showing?
Click me, simple and intuitive. Go.
Just blank.
Yeah.
Oh, that means maybe you write down the wrong class ID. So you can go back and write the correct class ID. CHEMAL. This is the class ID. CHEMAL.
I have done the password, but there is no screen like that.
Are you doing this on your phone?
Yeah.
Can you try a different browser or something?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, I think we will wait another 20 seconds. Then we will see what are your answers here. Okay, we get 40. Okay, that is good enough. That is almost all of the class. 42, maybe some more still want to answer. I will give you some more seconds. But we will have more questions like this later on. Okay. Oh, somebody answer C. Maybe you click the wrong button. There is no C answer, only A and B. Okay, so okay, interesting. Many of you says no, you will not go. But there are 25% that says okay, you will go. Pass through the traffic light. So as you can see here, you get response from almost all of the students, and you now know the understanding of all of the majority of the student. Like in this class, I can understand that most of you likes to follow rules, follow instructions, so you will say no. And some of you thinks that you want to take the risk, and it is safe to go because there are nobody around, there are no police, or there are nothing that will harm anyone if you go through, and it is 3 in the morning, nobody is there, so it will not hurt anyone if you go. So this is probably your set of mind when you go through this traffic light. So I wouldn't say that one is correct and one is wrong, because both are correct. Both have their own justification. Both have the reason. Actually, this is a question that sometimes people ask during interview. If they want to get somebody who follow instruction, follow orders, just follow the rules, then they will probably expect the person to say no. But if at that time they want somebody who like to take risks, the job require them to take some risk, to do something different, to try and challenge the norm. So they will probably look for someone that say yes. So in both cases, actually, both are correct. But you can imagine in class, if you ask this question, then you can discuss the question more thoroughly, because now everyone answer the question, not only one person or two person. If I ask you through the chat room, maybe only 1, 2, 3% will answer, and maybe that is not the right not the average answer of the class. Maybe all the three will answer no. We don't know if there are people who wants to answer yes. So this is where you can use these tools to try and get as much information before you start the discussion with the student. Okay, we will do a few more questions. I think we will do this one. You will see now a text box in your screen. So the question is this: what do you understand with transformative teaching? You just write a few words that shows what is transformative teaching. What do you think is transformative teaching? Okay, you have, I'll give you 1 minute for this. One minute. What do you understand with transformative teaching? Have you heard of transformative teaching before? If you don't understand, you don't know nothing about transformative teaching, you just say, just write no or something like that. Mario asked, can we know the names of who gave the response? In the objective question, yes, we can know the names of those who gave response. You can check on the screen. I didn't show you just now, but I can show you later. But you can also actually export the file. After you export, you can see all of the answer. Who answer what, at what time they answer this, what are their answers, and all that are available. I will give a few more minutes. I have somebody raise their hand. Widi, do you want to ask a question?
Dr. Fauzan?
Yes.
If my screen just showing click me simple and intuitive chemical and just go, what should I do?
And just go?
Yes, just go.
Hold on. Let me check the screen. I think the text box is there, but maybe it's white, so you cannot see. Do you see something similar to this? Can you click on the left of the go button and try to type something there?
Oh, yes.
Can you type something there?
Yes, I can.
Yeah. So I think it's a bit white for your screen, maybe.
Okay.
Just write down there and press go. Okay, I will wait another 10 seconds. What do you understand with transformative teaching? Okay, you can write down. There is no right or wrong. Don't worry to answer this. Also, I will know who answered this, but it is important for the class, for the discussion in the class. Okay, I'll wait 5 more seconds, then we will continue. Okay, somebody answer B for some reason. Actually, this is answer that you want to write down. So develop thinking, critical thinking skill, better teaching method, learning by perspective transformation. Okay, good try. I don't know, I have no idea. No, I don't know. Okay, okay. Maybe many of you have not heard of this before. Okay, so I will explain a little bit about transformative teaching. Basically, transformative teaching are teaching method that is not similar as normal lecture. Usually when you go to class, when you go to school, when you teach kids, you just talk and you want them to understand, right? So that is only lecture only. We call it lecture only. So it is just giving them the information without getting any response from them. So transformative teaching are interactive teaching or teaching without lecture. Now, how do you teach without lecture? I will show you some examples later, but we can do this interactive teaching or teaching without lecture. Interactive teaching requires you to engage with the student, meaning we want to get some response from the student so that we know that they actually understand the concept that we are trying to give to them. So that is why we want to do some interaction. So interaction can be in a form of question and answer. But like I have shown you just now, for the first few questions where I don't use any class response system, only 2 or 3 students, the best student will answer. No other student will answer. So we don't know what is the real understanding of the class. So that is the reason we want to use some tools that we can use so that the class will be very interesting for the student. And teaching without lecture also, I will show you some example later on in the next few class. And for everyone, if you have any question, please just write down on the chat room so that I always look at this chat room. Okay, Salsabila also have a screen with the only a box and go button. Yes, actually the box is actually for you to fill in the answer, not A, B, C, D. This is a different type of answer. So you need to write in the box and send go. But now you cannot anymore because I already closed the question. But next time you can write in the box and click go, because this is a different type of question. Meaning you with your student, you can ask different type of question. You can ask them objective question. You can also ask them subjective question where they need to write the answer. Like the example that we have here, some of your friends have answered this. No, I have no idea. I don't know. Better teaching skill, develop critical thinking. So you can write down answer. Okay, so I hope you understand that. So let's go further. Oh, okay. I have a question. Let's try this question. Okay, what structure is this? Because you are all chemistry student and some of you are not, but you can just try. What structure is this? What material is this? Okay, you can answer A, B, C, D, E, or F. Now, the question now I'm asking is objective question. So I press start. If I want to ask a different type of question, then I will press a different button just now. So I'll just wait for more of you to answer. If you have a very low internet connection, I'll just give you a bit more time. But I hope to get around 40 to answer this. And don't be worried that you get the answer wrong. This is only for this exercise. Okay. What structure is this? A for sulfur, B for diamond, C for magnesium, D for gold, E for oxygen, F for carbon monoxide. Okay, we have 30 already in. 30 more seconds. I will wait 30 more seconds. Okay, 10 more seconds. What structure is this? Okay. Okay. Okay, this is an interesting outcome. You can see the question is what structure is this? A sulfur, B diamond, C magnesium, D gold, E oxygen, F carbon monoxide. So 41 of you have answered this, and most of you answer B, which is the correct answer. The answer is B. So now, as instructor, I want you to realize that in your class now, most of them already understand this question. Only some don't understand. So what you can do in class like this is that you can do a very quick review, and then you can do a quick feedback for the student. It seems here like 30% answers wrong. This is actually a structure of diamond, and I am actually not a chemical engineer or chemist, so I just got this online anyway. But I hope I'm right. This is a structure of a diamond. So you can see here now 30% don't get this. So you can do explanation to them. Why is this the structure of the diamond? Why is the answer like this? You want to fix their understanding at this point. I have some question. Okay, Mario asked, can we use Click Me directly or by creating account? For Click Me, you don't need to create an account. You can just go to the link that I'm giving you here. Then you can create your own class. You can write your own class. For example, if you want to use in your class, you just write down the class ID. Then you tell your student to use the class ID that you just created. For example, I use here CHEMAL. So the student or you will go into here using CHEMAL. Oh, sorry. You can actually see the answer by everyone down here. So I can actually check who answer what if you are interested. But usually I just use this screen for discussion. Okay, I think we will go to the next question. The last question, I think, for using Click Me. Next, we will use something else for the class. Okay, I will start now. This one, the question is this. What is the chemical formula for diamond? Chemical formula for diamond. So you can start answering. Okay, you have 28 seconds. I'll give you another 20 seconds. Okay, we have 25 already answered, 26. What is the chemical formula for diamond? 16 seconds, 14 seconds. Okay, let's see. Many of you answer B, but some of you answer A and C. Because CO2 is wrong, definitely. H2O is wrong. B also, I don't know what B is. But actually the right answer is B. The right answer is B. So many of you got this correct as well. I think if you don't get this correct, maybe you should consider being a chemistry teacher. But A and C is C3PO. That's actually a name of the character in Star Wars actually. And C is AuC3. So basically those are wrong answers. Diamond are made out of carbon. Basically because it's just a structure of carbon, so the chemical formula is only C. It's only C. Okay, so as you can see here, you can get interesting outcome from this by looking here, and even if you want to use a response bar to see which one is higher, that is also a possibility, and you can see the difference between the two is around 40%. Yeah, 40% answer, around 35% answer it wrong, and 2%, 65% answer it correctly. So I think that is all for using Click Me. Now I want to go to another one. Okay. Learning innovation. I'm not sure how familiar you are with active learning and active learning tools, but I would like to know how much do you know about active learning tools. We are going to use another tools now. We are finished with Click Me. I don't think I will ask any more question with that. But if you need to know more, like Mario asked, you can ask question like this. I will try to respond on how you can use them. For Click Me, you don't need to have any account. You can just go, anyone can just go to the link that I shared to you, create a class, then you tell your class this is your class ID. They can log in using the class ID, and you can use it like how I use it today. Another thing is I have a video actually. If you are interested to see a video of explanation of how to use it, I will share the link of the video at the end of this session. So let's go into the next thing, learning innovation. So I would like you to go to this link. Let me just, okay. So this is the question that I want you to answer. List 3 active learning activities or tools that you are familiar with. You can go to this link, menti.com/PIRP1. I already shared the link in WhatsApp. So you can go into WhatsApp to get the link. So you can start answering this. List 3 active learning tools that you are familiar with. Let me see. No. Oh. Okay. I'm not sure how many of you managed to answer that, but let's see the results. Okay. Okay, so this is actually the answer to your question just now. Most of you are familiar with Kahoot. Some, I think, Share, WhatsApp, Click Me, Discussion, Telegram, Quizzes, Mentimeter, Google Classroom, Google Meeting, Jamboard, Quizzes, Whiteboard Online, Quizzes. Okay, Zoom. Okay, that's good. I think you know quite a few of the method, and some of it we will use today definitely. For those who are still unfamiliar with them, you can learn. But it's good to know you are already familiar with Kahoot. We will look at Kahoot as well today. And good to know that you are quite familiar with some of them. I know that some of you didn't manage to answer that, but you can keep sending the answer. The answer will come. I will open that again later in the after the session. Okay, so you know already some of the active learning tools that is available. Maybe you have used it before. This one that I'm using right now is called Mentimeter. Mentimeter, so it looks like this. So you can create your own account. This one you need to make an account. Then you want to create your question. And for this, I'm using cloud. What do you call? I'm using what do you call this, cloud presentation. So it will give you an outcome of the cloud presentation. I requested entry per participant 3. So you can also do this for your student to get them to answer a certain question that you want to see a cloud of answers, which is quite interesting. So I'll show you again the answer that we have here, because maybe somebody else have sent the data. Maybe there's anything new. Oh no, not many new answer. So Mentimeter is almost the same as ClickMe. It's also a class response system. However, in Mentimeter, in this case, I don't know how many of you have answered. So I can just predict. So there is no element of timing for you to see how many have answered. But you can see the result in a very interesting way anyway. I'm sharing with you different tools so you can use it on your own. Where do you think it fits the most? So this is a Mentimeter. I will ask you another question for Mentimeter, but that will be later. Now we go back to the slide. So now you have explained to me that you know some of the tools. Now, how can we use this tool effectively? As you have heard before that now a lot of people are promoting teachers as facilitator, no longer a giver of information. We don't want to only give information. We want the student to create information in their brain so that they understand the material on their own without us trying to force them to understand. I will give you an example soon, but I just want to emphasize that a job of a teacher is not to give information. If a job of a teacher is to give information, then Google is the best teacher. They can just search, they will get more advanced answer other than your information, the information that you have in your brain. We have Professor Google. You can just, if I don't know about volcano, I can just type volcano, then I can read everything I want to know about volcano. So the way that people learn nowadays are very different than before. So you as a teacher also need to understand this, that when you, as a teacher, when you are being in front of the student, you are not a mere information giver, but you are a facilitator or you are a guider. You will guide the student to the right path, so to say, or you will guide the student to the right answer. For example, just now many of you got the answer wrong for this one. Around 35% got the answer wrong for this one. So now me as a teacher, I have to clarify with you, why is your answer wrong? So that is what it means when I say you have to be the guider or to move the student to the right path, to make sure they understand the thing correctly. So I hope after this, if I ask this question again, the student will answer and maybe 100% can get it correct. So how can we use the tools that I share with you effectively? I will share with you some of the tools, but I think now is the time where we want to learn a new. Okay. So everyone is familiar with Kahoot. So let's do this one. Let's learn Portuguese. Anybody of you know Portuguese language?
Not
So
yet.
let's learn Portuguese. I want everyone to go to kahoot.it.
Yes, sir.
And the game pin is on the screen. Can you see the game pin?
Yes.
Okay. So Kahoot can be used for many things. I think it is the creativity of the person or of the teacher of how to use it effectively. So I'm trying to show you how you can use Kahoot effectively to choose to teach something. So I'll just use this Kahoot as an example. There are only 4 questions in this quiz. So I hope everyone can join so that we can see how to use the tools effectively. How to use the tools, I think is easy. You can find it online. You can just search of how you can use Kahoot. But the art is how you can use it effectively to teach your class. It's not simply because you want to do a quiz, but it's actually can be used to guide your student understanding to the right understanding. Okay, we have 41. Shall I wait for the other, I think 7 or 8? I think we'll wait for another few minutes. There's 2, this is me. We have 48. We have 49. Okay, I think we will start now. We have 50 now. I will start the session. However, I must remind you that using this online is a bit challenging because of internet connection. If you don't have good internet connection, then student cannot see the question. They might answer it wrong. Anyway, we will start the first question. Obrigado is a Portuguese word. What does obrigado means? Okay, 12 more seconds. Okay. Oh, interesting. I can see that most of you got it wrong. Only 26 got it right. And 30 got it wrong. So did everyone see the media here?
Yes, see.
So this is actually the tips for the question. You can see obrigado there, right? So
Yes,
it
I see.
means thank you. Okay, this is good. Meaning you don't really know what is the Portuguese language. Okay, so this is the first question. So some of you managed to get it right. How do you think you get it right? Anybody can comment? How do you know the answer is thank you? Although you never learn Portuguese before.
No, because I read
The picture.
picture.
Okay, some of you said that you read the picture, right?
Right.
Yes.
So you can see
Right.
here, you can see the picture here. It says thank you, obrigado, danke, terima kasih. So you can make sense of this picture. So
Yes.
when you make sense of this picture, then actually the knowledge become yours. In this case, I didn't teach you what does obrigado means. I only guide you to the right answer. But you are the one who makes the understanding in your own head. This means thank you, because in this picture it shows thank you and terima kasih in the same picture, right? So this is what I meant when I say teaching without lecture. You can teach the student the meaning of something just by making them think a little bit, making them make sense of the environment, or making them make sense of the experiment that they are doing. So it is important for them to make the sense. If I am the one who wants to teach you, then I can also teach you like this. Obrigado means thank you. I can also say that. That also might give the same results. You probably will know the meaning of obrigado is thank you, but not all the student will be able to absorb that. If I say obrigado is thank you, if you in your head you said you are thinking something else, you are not giving focus, so you are not thinking about the subject. This means you might not understand or remember what I said. Obrigado means thank you. But when you are the one who makes the decision, when you are the one who looks at the picture and makes the understanding, obrigado means thank you because of this picture, then you are creating the knowledge in your head. So this is actually what we want to happen in our student. We want them to create the knowledge in their head. It's not whatever I say go into your head. If I ask you to say again whatever I said from the beginning until now, I don't think you will be able to, because it's not what I said that goes directly in your head. It is what you decide in your head. This is what I'm learning now. This is the knowledge that you make sense of. When you make sense of that, then you will be able to keep it stronger in your head. Okay, so let's see if you get what I mean by going to the next question. So let's go to the next question. Before that, we see first who is the top. We have Mubarak 945, Adinda FF is 941, only 4 marks behind, and we have Rula and Alin in the same mark. Okay, let's go next. How do you say goodbye in Portuguese? How do you say goodbye in Portuguese? So as you know, for Kahoot, if you click faster, you will get more marks. But if you click wrong, okay, 5 more seconds. Okay. Oh, I'm glad many of you got it right, but still there are some who got it wrong. I don't think somebody can mistakenly click selamat tinggal or goodbye, because this is in Portuguese. Maybe you read the question wrong, or maybe your internet connection wrong, or you click the wrong button. But yes, the answer is ciao. And in this case, the same thing, I didn't tell you what does goodbye means in Portuguese. You are the one who check the answer. You check all the, even if you don't look at this media, by the way, this is goodbye in Spanish, not in Portuguese, in Spanish. If you look at the answer, you can see that these three are wrong, because this is Japan language, this is English, this is Indonesian or Malay language. So obviously these three is wrong. So the answer can only be one. So you can see again how I use this question to trigger you to think and to try to come up with the answer. If this is the thinking that you have, then you will probably understand this better than when if I say the meaning of goodbye in Portuguese is ciao. Sorry, the way you say goodbye in Portuguese is ciao. So I can also do that, and you can in class also can do that. You can say to the student, this is the meaning of this is the diagram of a carbon atom, or this is what happened when you mix A chemical with B chemical. But you can also show to them by using a video or by using a real life situation, so that they will know what really happened. For example, if you mix two chemical, one is black, one is blue, when you mix them, it become yellow. So you can also tell them, if you mix A and B, the solution will become yellow. Although that is not so interesting and it's very difficult to remember, because you don't have any in your head, you don't have any link that will link that to your learning. But if you show to the student, you take the chemical A and chemical B and mix them together, and suddenly the chemical become yellow, they will remember that better. And that is more of a blended learning style, where you actually show the experience, let the student experience the thing, instead of you teaching them, telling them what is the meaning of the knowledge that you want to share. Okay, it's good. We get now 51 managed to answer correctly. We will see who is the top. Adinda AF finally goes up, and Gina is now number 2. Mubarak is now number 4. Alin keep in the top 5. I think Mubarak probably just answer it slightly slower than Adinda FF. So let's go to the next question. The question is, how do you say hello in Portuguese? Now, how do you say hello in Portuguese? You have learned in the previous one that you can say the word for goodbye is similar with Spanish, right? The word for goodbye is similar in Spanish. Okay, how do you say hello in Portuguese? Okay, 50 answer, 41 answer correctly. Oh, I was hoping that more that can answer correctly, but okay. So you can see hola, oi, oi, hi, aloha. That all looks like hello, right? But you don't know which one is the right one. But I also give you a tips from the previous one. The way that you say goodbye, goodbye in Spanish is ciao, right? So you know that you can say hello, which is similar to Spanish. So you can, so because of that, you can make sense that hola is the closest to what they use in Spanish, which is hola, hola. It probably sounds the same, but in Spanish it's hola, and in Portuguese it's hola. So that is the only difference. But good to see that many of you managed to get this right. Let's see who is the top. Oh, Gina is now at the top. Oh, we got a new contender, Super Mario. That is now number 2. So the next question is the final question. So that will determine who is the top. So let's see who becomes the top. Let's go to the next question. Which language has many similarities with Portuguese? Okay, the more quicker you answer, the faster. The more marks. The faster you answer, the more marks. Quickly, I think you know the answer to this one. I hope you know. I only take 20 seconds for this. Or maybe some don't have good internet connection. Okay, that's good. 41 of you answer Spanish. Oh, sorry, there is no media, but 41 of you answer Spanish. Why do you answer Spanish? Because you have the experience before that tells you that Portuguese is close to Spanish because of some words that you have learned previously. If I ask you this question in the beginning, in the first question, if I ask you this question, I'm sure that many of you, I will not get this answer. 41 of you got it correct. Maybe many of you will get it wrong. But because you have gone through the process of understanding question 1, 2, and 3, you now can make sense that the answer is actually Spanish. Because previously, the answer for the previous 2 questions is actually looks like Portuguese has a lot of similarities with Spanish. So as you can see, what I have done here is I have created a set of quiz that can teach you certain things, like in this case, a Portuguese language, a little bit about Portuguese language, using a very fun way and using a way that I don't have to describe. I don't have to say to you Portuguese is similar to Spanish language. I don't have to say that because you are the one who makes sense of that. You are the one who create that knowledge in your head. So now this knowledge will become yours. It is automatically become yours. The knowledge doesn't become yours if I say Portuguese is similar to Spanish and in your head you don't make sense of that. You just let the sound comes into one ear and comes out another ear. So you don't really gain that knowledge, or you don't really remember that knowledge. But with this, now you know that Portuguese is similar to Spanish. And the job of the facilitator now, as you can see here, is not really to give the information. I don't give you the information. I only guide you to the right information. And you are the one who makes sense of it and get the information right. So you can actually do this same with your chemical course by having the student, by creating the course or the topic to be more interesting. For example, the example that I have just given you just now for chemical, you probably can do the experiment in front of the student so the student can see what is happening. Rather than you can actually also tell them, if you mix A and B, it will become blue. Or if you mix A and B, it will become white. That is also knowledge. But you can imagine if you yourself as a student, which one do you prefer more? The teacher telling you the information, A plus B is equal to white, or the teacher showing you the experiment itself and you looking at the experiment become a reality. That will probably create a more interesting and more you can remember it more, so you can stick to your mind better. Okay, now we have finished with all 4 questions. We have ARR number 3, Super Mario number 2, and number 1, is it still Adinda? Oh no, Gina, yeah, Gina. Number 1. So all of them has got 4 out of 4, and the marks is actually not so much difference. So congratulations to all 3 of you. You have learned a little bit of Portuguese. So hopefully that session. Okay, let me just stop the animation. The sound is very interesting actually, to give you the element of excitement in Kahoot. So now I have shared with you how you can use Kahoot for a teaching that is without lecture. Although you can see that it takes some time and it takes some effort from the teacher. But I think it gives a very good understanding to the student, rather than I can just give you one slide that says all the 3 things. Hello is, thank you is obrigado. Thank you is obrigado. Yeah, thank you is obrigado is thank you. Sorry, obrigado is thank you. Hola is hello, and another one is ciao is goodbye. I can also put that in one slide and show to you. which is not so interesting, I think. And this way, you can have more interesting things that is happening to you, which I think is more valuable for the student. Okay, that is my only example of Kahoot. So Kahoot, as you can see, can be used as a quiz and can be used like this as well. So it's actually the creativity of the teacher of how you use the tools. It's not the tools itself. It's just the same as you have a knife. It's how you use the knife that makes it makes the difference. You can use the knife to cut watermelon just straight. You can cut it square, or you can use it to carve the watermelon to make it look good. So the tools is the same. It's still a knife, but the way that you use the knife will make the difference. So you as teacher needs to be very creative on how you want to use these tools in order to get the best out of your teaching. Okay, let's get back to this. We have learned Portuguese a little bit. I think I would like to have a short break, like 5 minutes, just to get everybody a bit more relaxed so that we can go further more easily. So I think we'll have a short 5-minute break. Now is 11. Now is 12:15 at your place. No, now is 10:15. 10:15 at your place. So we will break for 5 minutes. We will continue again at we will continue again at 11:20. Sorry, at 12. At 10:20. At 10:20. Okay, I will keep the screen here first for now, and I will let everybody have a short break for 5 minutes. If you have any question, in the meantime, you can write down in the question box so I can have a look before we start the next session. Okay, I will stop the video first. Okay, welcome back, everyone. I hope everyone enjoyed the short break. Do you have some nasi lemak and coffee? I don't have anything here, so it's okay. I'll have some lunch later on. Anyway, let's come back to our class. We will do some more activity. So let me just remind you what we have done previously. We have looked at how to use a few tools. Click Me as a class response system. And also we have looked at how we want to use, we have used Kahoot to make a quiz, and we have learned how you can teach without teaching, teach without lecture. And we have used also a Mentimeter. So Mentimeter is tools similar like Click Me, but have some advantage and disadvantages. So you probably ask me, some of you probably want to ask, what is the best, Mentimeter or Click Me? So I cannot give a solid answer to that, because obviously they are different and they have different use. Although both are class response system, there are many others actually. For class response system, you have also another one. I forgot. Let me just check. One is Poll Everywhere. Yeah, Poll Everywhere. So another one is called Poll Everywhere. So there are many tools that probably can do the same thing. But why do you want to use all of them? Actually, you don't have to use all of them. You can use them at the right time. For example, Click Me, as you can see, the way I use it is for me to get a student response, but the question is asked on the screen or on the PowerPoint. For Mentimeter, the question will be asked on your own phone, and you can see the answer and the question on your own phone for Mentimeter. And also Quiz Me, Click Me and Mentimeter both have the capability to do objective question, ABC choices question. So this is somebody asked this, Adinda asked this, whether as administrator you can create type of multiple question for the question. Yes, definitely Mentimeter you can do that. However, Mentimeter have a limitation where you have to pay if you want to use certain features. For example, for Mentimeter, you can only have two questions. Only two questions. If you want the third question, you have to pay for using the third question. For Click Me, I am the developer for Click Me, so it is now free, so you can use as many questions as you want. But I think Mentimeter do have some advantage over Click Me, and Click Me have advantage over Mentimeter in some areas. So I think the best thing is for you to try it out and see which one fits your requirement the best. So you need to try it and see which one fits your requirement the best. So let's go to the next session. In Portuguese. Oh. Okay. Okay, I would like to make this as a very important note for all of you. This is called critical reflection. So when you do any activities with the student, you need to include the reflection in mind. For example, what I did with you just now in Kahoot, I can also do the same quiz without explaining what is happening, without explaining what I'm trying to teach you, or without explaining how I would like you to learn from the activity. That is also a possibility for me to do. I can just give you the activity and you just do the activity, and we can see who wins and who lose, and I can finish the activity and go to the next activity. That is one way for me to do it. But as a teacher, reflection is something very, very important because it helps you clarify your answer. Clarify the knowledge to the student. Like how I use reflection during the activity that we use in Kahoot. I explain to you the reason I want to use Kahoot and how I use Kahoot in order to teach you the Portuguese language, a little bit of the Portuguese language at least, and how you can learn from the activity. And because of that, you try to use the information that I give you to make the reflection and to make the reflection in your head and to make the knowledge in your head. So if you don't do any reflection for any activity, it probably will not have as much effect as it did with reflection. So any active learning activities that you do, you need to have some sort of reflection at the end, so that the student will know what are they learning, what are the outcome of that activity. So in terms of reflection, usually I would like to ask these three questions. How did you feel? What did you learn from what happened? And how can you use it in the future? So this actually tries to embody the current situation and how you are learning from that situation and how you can use it, use the learning that you have for your future. So this is some of the critical things that you need to include in your reflection so that the student can make the most of the session that you are doing with them. Okay, okay, now I would like to go into Jamboard. We will do a little bit of discussion and experience what Jamboard is. I saw that some of you did write Jamboard in the session when I asked what tools are you familiar with, and you write Jamboard, which is good to know that you are familiar with this. Maybe some of you are familiar with it, and maybe some of you are not, but we will experience it anyway. So Jamboard is actually a sharing platform. Maybe most of you are familiar with Google Docs, Google Sheet, where you can share the document. Everyone can edit the document anywhere and you can see the results in Google Docs or Google Sheet or Google Slides. So that is something similar to this, but this is more of a real-time discussion. So in Jamboard, what I want you to discuss is a few things, and I want you to use this function called sticky notes in order to do the discussion. And I will not be in your group all the time, but we will group you into different groups. So this is a function of Zoom. To do breakout rooms. So you also, if you are teaching later and you need to use online method like Zoom, you can do breakout room. Breakout room is similar to when you make a small group in class. For example, you have a class of 70 students, you want them to discuss in group, so you will group them into 7 per group. So you will have 10 groups. And you are asked them to discuss, and you can share the outcome of the discussion with the class. But in this case, you will do the discussion in Jamboard. So you will do the discussion in Jamboard. And one good thing about Jamboard is it is from Google. It is free from Google. And you can use it. Everyone can make their own Jamboard. You can just go to jamboard.google.com. Then you can create your own Jamboard. You just share the link with the student. Then you will be able to do this together with your student. But let me remind you, in your breakout room later, when we break out into the rooms, we will do a few things. One is Jamboard. One is we will do peer assessment. I want you to discuss with your friend, and then we want to do peer assessment to see how we can use peer assessment in order to ensure that all of the students are engaged in the activity. We don't want some student who's not doing anything, he just let everyone else discuss and give some opinion while he just sit down, drink coffee, drink tea, eat a cake, and the marks will be given to all the groups. And although he's not doing anything, because he is in the group, he get the same mark. If the team get 90 marks, then he also will get 19 marks, even though he didn't do anything for the group. So using peer assessment, we want to ensure that the student really get involved in the activity, and the other student will know whether this student is involved or not, because they are doing it together. The lecturer don't have time to go and see each group, each class, and try to evaluate who is doing work on and who is not. That is difficult for the lecturer because he has to monitor 70 students. But in this case, if the friends are the one who monitor, then it will be easily for them to understand how the student is doing the work. Okay, I think if we have time, we will do one more called Coggle. It's a mind map tools that we can do together in the group as well. So I think now I would like, oh sorry, before we go into the breakout room, I will give you the title. So you need to check the link in your email or in the WhatsApp. For the link, please go only for your group. You have your group name also in the email. Oh, but not in WhatsApp. Sylvia, can you please share the group list in the WhatsApp so that everyone know which group they are in? And you only click the link that is for your group. So what I want you to do in the group is to discuss on COVID-19 situation. What are the positive and negative impact of COVID-19? I will give you some time to discuss. Then I will go into each room to discuss the software, and also for you, if you want to ask any question directly to me, because the room is very small group, like 7 students only per group. Okay, I think I don't want to waste so much time. If you have any question, again, please do ask in the group. To use the Zoom breakout room, is it available only in Zoom Premium? I have to check on that because I usually use something else, but this one Dr. Yuli is using. Maybe she can comment later, or maybe Sylvia or Aline, if you know, please share the information with Salsabila. Okay, Sylvia, I think we are ready. Can you please get everyone to go in their own room?
Okay, doctor.
I will
Try.
join the first group first, yeah, Sylvia? Oh, I
Yeah.
can jump on my own, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay, okay. Let me check about this Zoom Premium. I don't see any limitation for premium here. So maybe I would say you can use free account. For Zoom, I read that you can make around 50 breakout rooms. If the participant is not so much, I think 500 participants, you can make 20 breakout rooms.
Everyone, please click join on the screen.
I cannot see join, Sylvia. Where is the join?
Okay, Doctor, wait a minute.
Okay.
Guys, we already put it your name into the group. Please click the join button. Thank you.
Andi Yusuf, Asyara, Atia, Baya, Dinda, Elma. Do you already click the join button?
Not yet, actually. I can't see the join button.
Okay, wait a minute. I will assign again. Bu Elma, do you want to join the group or just stay in the main room?
It doesn't matter actually if I join the group.
Okay, all right.
Andi Yusuf Effendi, how about you? Already click the join button? Asyara Zahra, Atila, Baya, Husna, Christina, and Septiana. Okay, wait, Septiana. I will assign you again.
Baya and Ashara, why are you still here? This is the main room, right? Hello? Is it Sylvia or
This
Yeah.
is Cucu, Doctor.
Cucu? Oh, Cucu, why are these two Aishara and Baya is not in the group?
I already invite them.
Okay, but they haven't clicked. Oh, they're probably not there.
Yes, I already checked.
Okay. Okay, maybe in another 10 minutes we will. I
Go
will
to the
tell you.
main.
Yeah, I will tell you soon when we want to bring them back. Okay.
Okay.
Cucu, if I send message here, can everyone in the chat group know?
You can. Everyone can
cannot.
read your message.
Oh, huh? I can.
Cannot.
Cannot. Okay. Only in the group.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Sylvia, Cucu. You
Yes,
can bring them in back in 3 minutes at 11:10.
Okay, I will send them broadcast message.
Okay. Can I send broadcast message?
I think you can because only host, but I
Only
can
host.
turn you to be a host.
Oh, no, it's okay. You can send the message in three minutes. Hold on, in 3 minutes. In 3 minutes. Okay. I think okay in 3 minutes. Okay, welcome back. Oh, not everyone is here yet, right? Okay, we'll wait for everyone to be here. In the meantime, if any one of you have any questions on how to use Jamboard, or if you have any difficulty just now, you can share on the chat box. I will have a look and respond if required. Okay, I think many of you are already here. Okay, before I start with the next session, you have done an experiment with Jamboard. So let's see some of the, let me share my screen first. Okay, let's see some of the outcome of the discussion. We can see this is the outcome of group 1. So they have list a lot of different values, different impact, negative and positive of COVID-19 using different color. We can see this group also it seems like still discussing, still working on it. You have a lot of, I will not discuss the content because this is not the time for discussing the content. I just want you to experience using Jamboard. Wow, this group has discussed a lot. You have a lot of different colors even. You probably can group this together actually using box. You can use the box to group them together. Like this one is the positive, and you can order them to make it go back. So there's actually many things that you can do with this. Let's see some others. Okay, this one has some issue. Let's see. This one, I think this group 8 is doing it on a different Jamboard. So that's fine also. We have somebody drawing now and somebody erasing. That is fine. But we can use this as a discussion point. And if you can see also, you can draw here. Meaning if you want to ask your student to draw the chemical structure of something, you can ask them to draw here. But as you know, I have shared this. If you see how I share this with link. Everyone with a link can edit. Yeah, anyone with a link can edit. But if you want to only allow certain to edit, you can share and you can put their names here. Only those people can edit, not everyone. Otherwise, there will be someone that will draw this on the screen. Okay, let's see if there are any more interesting one. Okay, this one have a lot of pictures, positive, negative, separated by side. And they have a lot of pictures to show. This is quite interesting. Sorry. We have one more here. We have some discussion, some shape here. This one use a different background. They use a different background using image, I think, this one. And then they have a lot of image to make a good presentation. This can be a very quick presentation for you. I think I have used this also for presentation purposes in some of the courses that we have done before. And this group it in a circle with some decoration using the coronavirus, which is I think quite interesting. And there's some picture as well here. Wow, this one have a positive and negative and a picture of a coronavirus at the back. Quite interesting. So as you can see, you can collaborate and do this in real time, which is very good if you have a short time or if you want to do discussion straight away. So you can have this to be a method or a tool for you to do the discussion. There's actually another thing I want to show, but I think we'll go to the next part first. I want everyone to do a peer evaluation of their team. Peer evaluation of their team. Please go to the link. Let me share the link again. This one. Please go to the peer evaluation. And use your username as your phone number and password also phone number. And then I want you to give marks to your friend. This is only for this exercise. Basically, what you can do is with peer assessment is now you can give mark to your friend. If the friend doesn't really contribute to the group, then you can give low mark to him. And please don't think of this as something that you do to punish your friend. This is not your punishment to your friend, because if you let him be like he is, if he's not doing work and you give mark to him, imagine what will happen when he goes to the real world. Now you are in university, you are expected to make some mistakes. So this is the time where you can make mistake and somebody can remind you that you are making some mistake, and you can fix that before you go to the real work. If you're going to the real company and they see you not doing work, they just sack you. They don't care if you're not doing work, then you're not worth the company. So now when you are a student, or when you want to teach your student, it is a good time to remind them that you have to give the right mark to your friend so that they become a better person in the future. It's not because of the mark that they will get A, B or C at the end of the semester, but it's about their life. If you treat them like, if you give them good mark, although they don't do good work, if they go to the real world and they do the same thing, then actually you are punishing them by not being honest with them. So this is what I usually tell the students, so that they will give a real comment to the other student that is valuable for them in the future. So you can go to the system. I will show you here. You go to the link. The link is already available on your WhatsApp. My peer. Then you can click on access my peer. Then you can click on I am a student. Then you can put on your mobile number, something. And the password also is your mobile number. So if you are interested to use this with your student later, or with your friends, you can request from me the account. I can give you the account for free, and you can use it to get the student or the group that you want to use peer assessment. So I will show you the results of this. I'm not sure how many of you have marked this, but I can actually check. Let me check. What is the password? I don't remember the password. I don't remember my password, so let me go somewhere else. Hold on. Okay, this one is okay. So let us go to this group. So this is what the lecturer will see. So
Oh my God.
okay, I see that. Oh, there are some group have give mark. So this is for example only. Don't take this as real, because it's not real mark. So for example, now I see that group 4, group 4. I will give mark to group 4. I will give mark to group 4, or maybe I'll give mark to all the groups. I'll give 90 to group 0, group 1, group 10, group 2, group 4. Okay, I'll just give until group 4. So as you can see here, I give mark for group 4, 90 mark. So if I go to group 4, student mark, I go to group 4. You can see now group 4 have some student get the mark 72, some student get 87, some get 100. Although the mark that I give to group 4 is 90, but as you can see here in this example, some student give low mark to Raihana. Don't take this personally, Raihana, this is only a test, but you have a low mark. So when you have low mark, and actually the group mark is 90, the group mark is not 100, the group mark is 90, and because you have your friend didn't give you high mark, when I multiply 90 with 0.81, I get only 72.9. So this is your final mark for the group mark. So you can see that if a student doesn't contribute to the group, the other student can not to say penalize him, but remind him that him or her, so that he will be better in the future. So you can see also here Fatihah 1.14. When Fatihah got, although the mark I give for the group is only 90, it's not 100. But because she got 1.14 as the group average given to her, she will get 100% because the team mark is 90. The team mark is 90. If you remember just now, I give this team number 4 90. So he will get 100 mark. She will get 100 mark because her friend thinks that he is doing a more job, or he is doing a better job than the average of the group. So let me just remind you again, this is not to punish the student. This is to make the student, a better person in the future, not only in the university, but in the future. So peer assessment is one method that you can use to try to ensure that all students are contributing to the group, and the mark that the student get is a fair mark for him or her. You can see here only 4.6% only have only 4.6% have answered the question. So there are still many zero here. So there are still many groups that still haven't filled in. And if you see the cross on the name, this means that the student have not filled in. So there's only one student that have filled everything, Shafarani Silala. So this actually include filling your own mark, your own peer assessment. So what do you think you did? Do you think you did best in the group? So you fill your own mark as well. The reason that we fill our own mark is for the instructor. So some students, they don't give a fair mark to themselves. They do a lot of work, but they give maybe 3 marks for themselves. And the teacher can go to the student and say, I think you did great work. Why do you put 3 in your mark? So this is where intervention can come in. You can discuss with the student his work. Maybe he's not a very positive person. So that he give a low mark to himself. So you have to encourage him or her. Another type of person or student, he didn't do any work, but he give full mark to himself. This type of student, usually his friend will give low mark to him, but he will give high mark to himself. So this is also another point where the teacher can come in and see and meet the student and ask, why do you give high marks to yourself? Because your friend give low mark to yourself. So you can discuss with the student and see how he can or she can evolve himself, can be a better person by doing this discussion with them. Okay, I think I will stop there for peer assessment. So this is one tool to do peer assessment. If you search outside, there are many other tools that you can use, but this is the one that I use most of the time. If you have any question, or this one, if you need an account, you have to request. You can request from the website, or you can email me directly, or you can request here, request instructor account. Just fill this in. The staff ID, you can fill with your some of your ID. After you fill this, I will give you a special account that you can use to use with your friend. Okay, next, let's go. We don't have much time now. I think I will probably skip a few and give some time for you to I'll have another mentee. I think I'll give time for you to ask some question, but let's go back to the mentee question. I have one more question from mentee, which is this one. Oh, but I think many of you already answered this. What did you learn from this activity? If you haven't answered this, please answer this. What do you learn from this activity? You can go to the link that I have shared to you, this one on the WhatsApp, the same link, and fill that in. Is what did you learn from the activity that we have done before this? What do you think you learned from the activity? I'll give you 2 minutes to fill in. Okay, we'll wait for a while for everyone to submit the answer. Let me check the chat. I haven't checked the chat for a while. Raihana asked something on the chat for my peer. The student will not score more than 100. The maximum is 100 in the list. As you can see just now, there's some student that get 1.14 and the mark is 90, but she get 100 at the end. No need code. I think for the mentee, you just use the link. This link that I share you on the screen. It is the same link. Let me just see again. The link. Let me check the link. This one. This one, If you click this, you should go to the question, what do you learn from this activity? And you just need to fill it in. Okay. I think I will download the result now, show the results. Okay. Is this the right one? What did you learn from the activities? What did you learn from the activities? I think you guys probably answer the different answer because I didn't teach Google Classroom today. Oh, sorry, I look at the different one. Okay. This is the one. Tools for online learning tools, know another platform, way to make student answer, good way for teaching. Okay, good. I learned a lot of platform for teaching, interesting tool, Kahoot, Jamboard and Team Explore, new things, new tools. Okay, good. It's good that this is the biggest one, learning tools. Definitely the thing that I have shared today are learning tools that you can use for the class. And you have seen how we can use all these things for different purposes. I actually have one more activity, but I think this one maybe I will just show you quickly. This is not activity. This is for me to explain another tool that you can use. I think this. Is everyone familiar with Prezi?
Yes.
Okay. So some of you is already familiar, but for those who are not familiar, I can show you a little bit with Prezi. Prezi is another tool that you can use to do presentation. Especially, it works very well with story flow. If you have a story flow that you want to tell, then you can use Prezi as a tool. So let me start with the first slide. So this is the biggest, the big slide, the overall picture or the overall view. Prezi account is also free. You can register and make your own. They have a lot of different templates, but you need to edit the template. So I will start. So as you can see, the movement is very interesting with Prezi. It shows you how you can relate to the story. For example, you can use Prezi firstly to create. You can easily create your own Prezi by doing a few things. So these are the things that you need to do on the right. You can pick a template and then customize. So let's go to one by one. Prezi allow you to go in. See, pick a template. So you don't need to start from scratch. There's a lot of different templates that you can use. And then after that, you can customize your template. Just edit the template that is available there or delete if you want. And then you need to list down the flow or your topics, the topics that you want to discuss. After that, you add the content that is available on all the topics that you have listed. And then your Prezi is ready. After you have finished making your own Prezi, you can now present the Prezi. So present, you can present in a conversational presentation. So it is very interesting compared to the normal presentation. So this is like a very nice story flow to it. And you can also do a presenter view, but I think this one probably need a subscription. And you can also do Go Mobile. So you can present using your mobile phone as well, which is quite interesting for presentation. And the link to the presentation, you can share just with a link. This makes it easy when you want to share a presentation. You don't have to share if your presentation have a lot of content and it's very heavy. You can, using this, you can only share the link. You don't have to share the presentation itself. And you don't have to worry people taking content of your presentation. Okay, and then also you can analyze engagement to see how long people are engaged in your presentation, which is, I think, is very cool. Okay, and also with Prezi, you can collaborate. You can collaborate to do the presentation together, just like you collaborate to do the Jamboard together. You can use Prezi the same way as well. So as you can see, the way I present Prezi is different from I'm using PowerPoint, because PowerPoint goes one page per page, but Prezi goes topic per topic, which is much more easy to understand by the human brain. So Prezi is also free. You can use Prezi to do presentation, especially for your project. Okay, I think I like to almost close the session with one last activity. Before we go, before we stop the session, just to remind you, these are the things that we have done today. Kahoot, you have done the quiz, Mentimeter, you have done class response system, same as Team Explore / ClickMe. Jamboard, you have used Jamboard Google to share or to collaboratively edit a document, and you can see how interactive it is for the team member to interact with each other. And we have also seen Team Explore My Peer, which is peer evaluation, how you can ensure the students are contributing to the group project. I think I will want to do a last feedback session, but I want to use Padlet. I'm not sure if you are familiar with Padlet, but this is the last tools that I will use. The link is also available here. Padlet. Okay, I have shared in WhatsApp and also in, what do you call this, in chat. So you can go to WhatsApp and chat, go to the Padlet. So I would like to hear from you some response or feedback, especially what are the things that, this is the Padlet that you will see when you click the button. So I would like you to write down things that you understand clearly and what you learn and what are still blurry about the active learning or about the tools. best and blur in active learning, or maybe I should just write in tools for active learning. Okay. So also I like to know what you still don't understand. It can be a individual comment. It doesn't have to be the group one. So this is individual. If you think that asking you need some other information, please share here so I can improve my teaching and your experience as well. Not your experience, maybe another student experience later. But it will be good to receive some comment on this, and please do use Padlet to share this comment so that I will get the information itself. Don't be worried about using these tools, because I don't know who will write what, unless you write there what you are writing. And for Padlet, people cannot delete your comment unless you are the host. So I can delete some comment, but other people cannot edit or delete the comment, but they can write comments if I enable comment. Or let me enable comment. Let me just show you a little bit of how to enable comment. So I'll enable comment here. I'll enable, I'll enable, you can actually enable or disable the author's name if you want. Comment. So I now have enabled comment. Okay, I hope to receive around 50 comment here. So please do share your ideas here. Okay. Okay, many of you commented about the tools that you are using, but you said that it might take some time for you to use the tools. Yes, definitely. I've been using these tools for quite some time, so I'm very familiar with all the tools. You need to actually experience how to use the tools. So the class today, I did a lot of experience for you to use the tools, instead of for me just telling you these are the tools, this is tools you can use for what, but actually you are experiencing the tools. So you can actually use that as well when you are teaching later on. I do read some comment here that says some of the challenge with this is internet connection. Yeah, I do agree with that. These tools are suitable for places that have good internet connection. If you have very bad internet connection, it's very difficult to do a very engaging class. But even for you to do online class, you still need internet connection. So I think if you manage to do online class, you definitely can use these tools. My experience today with all of you, I think is very positive. I get a lot of response from you, meaning your internet connection is not too bad. Although sometimes there are, I think, connection loss at some areas, but it is still manageable. Good to see that everyone now see that there are a lot of tools that they can use. There are actually many more tools. You can keep the feedback coming, but I will just I will probably close the session with this slide here. So you later will get this slide. So these are the other stuff or other things that you can use as well for engaging student, tools that can engage student. I only use some of this today because we don't have a lot of time. You can use many more later on when you have time to use them. Maybe I should also mention online discussion website like MOOC or sorry, not online discussion, like MOOC website or like Udemy. There are a lot of websites of people teaching how to do stuff. Skillshare is one of them. There are so many websites, and because of this website, actually, if you are also doing similar teaching, then this website probably will do better than you. Like I said, is already Professor Google that can teach better than you. If you want to do the same thing, like what they did, which is teaching without a two-way communication, then you have to be the best speaker. You have to be the best of the best, better than the one that is in Professor Google library. But what you can do is actually you can use these tools to improve your teaching, be creative with your teaching, which is something that is special that comes from you. So this creativity or art is what is making all the instructor different. If you just sit there in front of your class and read the slide with all the list of things, then you will just maybe better be changed to a mobile robot that stays in the front and just give the lecture. It will be the same anyway. So I think with that, I would like to stop the session here. I will share with you the slide, and also I have shared with you the link here, engineering.utm.my free video tutorial. Here we are sharing many different tools in a very short video. For example, here I have a video how to use ClickMe and how to use Padlet, I think, and there are some other lecturers from UTM as well that shares how to use Jamboard and some other stuff. So you are welcome to watch this. We only have 6 videos for now, but we will keep updating it more and more soon. So I hope you can come and see the video to learn something new about active learning tools. I think that is all from me. That is the summary that I'm gonna do for this workshop. Is there are a lot of tools available out there. It depends on your creativity on how to make this tool useful for you and your student. You can be replaced with a robot if you just read slides and if you just give information. What you want to do is engage the student with more interactive and more feedback from the student, so that you can give the best the information, the same information, but in the best way possible, so that the student can understand and easily remember the information. I think that is all from me for today. So I open for question and answer. If you have any question and answer in the chat room, you can write it there. So finally, obrigado to everyone. I hope everybody knows what it means now.
Thank you very much, Dr. Fauzan, for an inspiring workshop today. Let me give a concise summary. So we already experienced some online learning tools today. First, Click Me. You can, if you want to use that, you can use to give some objective and subjective questions for your students. You can export the file there. You can know who gave the answer and what are their answer. You can make a quick review and feedback after you got all the responses from your students, and it is free. The second one, we also experienced the Mentimeter. You can click the menti.com. You can share the QR code, but you need to make an account, put the questions, also use the cloud presentations. You can organize the entry per participant, but there is no timing there and no amount of participants who give the answer. The third one is Kahoot. You should remind your students first to be quick, because the faster one will get more marks there. And the role of your role here is as the facilitator to guide your students to the right answer or the information. You can use it as a quiz if you want to make a quiz there. So you can use based on your creativity to use these tools. The fourth, Jamboard. We use this for discussion and brainstorming. You can put your students' ideas there and present their ideas at the end of the discussion. Next, my peer. This is the peer evaluation. Don't forget to remind your students to give the valuable mark of their friend. And the next one is Prezi. You can do the presentation with story flow there, and you can share the link without any share of file. You can analyze the engagement and collaborate to do the Prezi together with your friend. Padlet. The next one is Padlet. You can do some reflection there. You can check your students' understanding after the learning, and the other students cannot delete your comment, only the teacher or the admin. So some highlights that I know from this workshop. First, the transformative teaching. It's an interactive teaching. It can increase the students' engagement, so teaching without lecturing. We can use the tools effectively by creating the knowledge in students' head, but not lecturing them. They can know everything from the Professor Google, but what we should do is keeping the information longer and stronger in students' memory. You can use video or show experiment to become a reality. It will become more interesting, and let your students experience the thing instead of lecturing or only explaining the theory. Don't forget at the end to do the reflection, so your students will know their outcome, what they feel, what they learn, and how can they use the knowledge in the future. Now, if anyone has any questions, I'm sure that Dr. Fauzan would be pleased to answer all of them. You can talk directly or just want to text on the chat. Is there any question? Once again, thank you very much, Doctor, for today.
Okay, thank you very much. Are you sharing this video anywhere, Sylvia, later in your
Yes, we're sharing and currently live streaming on YouTube, Doctor.
Okay, that's fine. So if anyone wants to see, they can see on YouTube also.
Yes.
After this, it will still be on YouTube.
Yes.
Okay. I think that's all from me. Thank you very much, everyone.
Okay, I think there is no questions for today's workshop.
Yeah.
Before we close today's workshop, would you mind to turn on your video? We can take a picture together. Everyone, please.
Everyone need to wear a hat, like me.
Oh, okay. Filter.
Okay, this one looks better. Okay, everyone ready?
Okay, everyone ready? Okay. Just a second, maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
How about the other? Don't want to turn on the video, the camera? Okay. Let me start, yeah? 3, 2, 1, cheese. Okay. Once again. 3, 2, 1, smile. Okay. Then thank you so much for today workshop, everyone.
everyone.
Dr. Fauzan.
Good
Thank
luck.
you very much,
See
Doctor.
you.
Bye.